Madison Bumgarner will always have fond memories of Milwaukee and Miller Park. The Giants' ace was a 21-year-old rookie in 2010 when he got his first Major League win, pitching 8 strong innings against the Brewers. Bumgarner returns to the site of his milestone win, trying to be a stopper for a team that's lost 7 in a row. Final game of the series, next. Day baseball here in the Midwest. We're in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we wrap up this 3-game series. Giants Brewers, welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Jeremy Affel. Well, the pitching's been pretty good in this series. Hitting, not so much. So what do? Well, you throw out your ace, Madison Bumgarner, who's been pretty good.
He has, especially here in this ballpark. 3-0 with a sub-3 ERA over the course of his entire career. He's done very well overall. He just likes to pitch here. For whatever reason, some guys like pitching in certain parks or against certain teams. He's done very, very well, and anything can happen. But they definitely have a guy on the mound tonight as a stopper, this afternoon, excuse me, as a stopper, and he has done very, very well to stop guys like Milwaukee Brewers. So looking for big things for him today.
All right. Should be fun here this afternoon in Milwaukee. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Back here at Miller Park, where the Brewers have taken the field, our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 64 degrees. You see the winds and the humidity. And it is cloudy. The roof is open. The panels are not. Let's take a look at the Giants lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Blanco, Panic, Longoria, and then Crawford. Slater is going to hit in the 5th slot. Then Hundley. Ryder Jones, you hit a home run, you get to play the next day. That is one of Bruce Bochy's deals. Followed by Gorkys Hernandez, and then Madison Bumgarner.
Pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers this afternoon, Zach Davies, record 2-5 with a 4.88 ERA. 48 innings pitch, and he's limited because he was on the DL with a rotator issue. Last year, he was a 17-game winner for them. 7 home runs allowed, and he does it with a repertoire of 54% fastballs, 17% curves. He's going to basically throw a lot of fastballs, and then he's going to flip coins on whether he throws a curve or cutter at you. But he's going to mix and match, and he's going to go up and down, in and out, try to keep hitters off balance.
The Brewers won the ball game on Friday night 4-2, and they won the ball game yesterday 4-3. So, as one fan said to me today in the lobby of the hotel, hey, they're getting closer. He's like, all right, I'm feeling
Silver
better
lining.
now.
Silver lining.
So we're waiting on Gregor Blanco to step up and get this game started. With Joe Panic on deck, and then Longoria. The pitch is a called strike. So we get started at 110, 64 degrees. Blanco takes the pitch inside, hitting at 237. And he takes a strike. Called by home plate umpire Tom Hallion. Dan Bellino, Adam Hamari, Phil Cuzzy rounds out your crew. Hallion, longtime crew chief. Pop up out of play. Joe Panic on deck. See the search for the baseball found by that young lady. High fly ball to right. This one is way back. Yelich at the wall. Out of here. And that's how this game gets started.
Blanco has power to pull, and they went to the well one too many times. That entire at bat, they were belt high, and I don't think they're trying to go there the entire at bat, but you go there for a 4th time, he's not going to take that. That's what's going to happen when you throw it to that spot. There it is, right. Oof. Up and away, out over the middle of the plate. Homer.
And the pitchcast is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. Here's Panic, who takes a strike.
First hitter points are so cool. When you're up 1-0. 5 pitches in.
Panic with a base hit to right. So Yelich tracks it down.
Defense behind Davies this afternoon. Left to right, Braun, Kane, and Yelich. Third to first, Moustakas, Perez, Scope, Aguilar, Kratz is the catcher, and of course Davies is the pitcher.
Here's Longoria. And he takes a called strike. Longoria, a hit in each game. 1 for 4 in both nights. And he takes low. He's faced Davies 3 times. He's 0 for 3 lifetime.
Gregor feeling it going around second. Oof, he says. That's right.
I don't think any of half this team are former Kansas City Royals.
Yeah,
they saw enough of Gregor Blanco, didn't they?
That's right. I was about to say new to the team when I was announcing the defense, and I would have had to say new to the team, the entire defense except for Braun, new to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Almost, you're right. Longoria, big chopper to third. Moustakas, that's 1. Double play. So 1 pitch, and all of a sudden you got 2 down. And the hitter's going to be Brandon Crawford. Crawford at 257, 12 home runs. He's got 50 runs batted in, and the first pitch is down low. Crawford goes the other way, and he lifts it out to Braun, and that'll end the inning. So Gregor Blanco hits his 2nd of the year. It's just enough of it. It's bye-bye baby. It's the Giants 1 and the Brewers coming up. And it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll go like this. It'll be Kane in the leadoff spot, and you see what he's done against lefties this year. Followed by Yelich, Aguilar, and Braun. Jonathan Scope is going to hit 5th, and it's Moustakas, Perez, and Kratz, and Zach Davies will hit in the 9th spot.
Madison Bumgarner on the mound for the Giants, coming off of a rough one, and statistically that means that it could be a really good one today. 5-5 with a 3.07 ERA, 105 innings pitched, 12 homers allowed. And this is how he does it. He's now split 50-50 on if he throws a fastball or a cutter at you, and then he's going to throw a breaking ball, changing speeds with that breaking ball, throwing them soft, throwing them slow, and an occasional changeup. He's going to pitch in, and he pitches to all quadrants of the strike zone pretty well. And there's 6 quadrants. Did you know that?
Yep. Well, no, I didn't. Here's the pitch to Kane, and he opens them up with a fastball for a called strike.
I actually didn't know that either. I only threw to like 1 quadrant, and then the other one's in the dirt, so it wasn't very effective on the quadrant.
So there's negative quadrants.
Yeah, there's a below eye level quadrant.
Kane takes outside, hitting .306, 10 home runs, 35 driven in. He's had 13 lifetime at bats against Bumgarner with just 2 hits. And this is Pop backing out of play. Oh, folks, keep it at your level.
People are just not ready to catch a foul ball in the second deck. They're not prepared. Preparation's everything, whether you're a fan or a player.
A high fastball. 2-2.
That's a $15 ball.
It is.
I mean, they just wasted $15, basically, is what happened there by not catching that ball.
Hit up the middle and a base hit.
The guys defending Bumgarner today from left to right. Babe Ruth, Blanco, Hernandez, Slater, third to first, Longoria, Crawford back in the lineup, Panic, Ryder Jones, who is hitting homers and playing the next day, and Hundley catching, and of course Matt Bum pitching.
Here's Yelich. Yelich. He's done okay against Bumgarner. He's 5 for 14. 4 of the 5 hits doubles.
And I'll guarantee you he knows that. Oh, Bum studies that stuff.
Swing and a miss. Bumgarner keeps the pitch up in the strike zone. Yelich hit a home run to almost straightaway center field last night. Hit it off of Stratton. And tight. Kane's got good numbers when it comes to stealing bases.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. You can see Yelich's spreadsheet right there and where he hits grounders. Pretty straight up.
Yelich pops this one into center field for Gorkis Hernandez. And Gorkis puts it away. Kane's got 26 steals.
He does. It's going to be pretty tough to steal on Madison. He's got kind of that drop step pitch a little bit where he'll do a high leg kick, he'll do a little drop step, and even his leg kick is pretty quick. He does hold the ball. He does mix and match. He doesn't let guys get a real good read off him. And he'll do an occasional hang move where he'll hang up there and see if he'll deke you to run, and then he picks over to first. There's that drop step.
And a called strike to Aguilar.
Some guys call that the slide step fastball, slide step. And a lot of times guys will learn to do a slide step changeup too, because when you do that, the hitter jumps at the ball when you slide step on them, and then you pull the string. Get that ground ball.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Pull the string on him again.
And 2 different things. That's that slide step curveball and then a high leg kick curveball. I mean, it really does mess with the hitter's timing when you do that. So he's changing their times by just how he delivers certain pitches to the plate as well. He's one of the best in baseball, I think, at doing that.
Slowly hit. Longoria is going to have to make a nice play. He does. And Kane moves into scoring position. We say it all the time. It is a really nice play. Problem is if you're at the third baseman in the big leagues, it's a play you have to make.
It's a difficult, I mean, that's an in-between hop right there, kind of shortening up. You got to charge in, throw off your opposite foot, and throw it with some velocity. And you're right, it is an expected play by big league third baseman, but it's got to be one of their more difficult ones to make.
Here's Braun. Braun at 255. Bumgarner will chase Kane back. He's had 33 lifetime at bats against Bumgarner. He's done it. He's hung in there with him. He's 9 for 33 with 3 doubles and 2 home runs. Chases on the first pitch. A breaking ball, no balls and 1 strike. This guy's getting ready to whip out. Oh and 1. Kane with his lead. Comes back with the same pitch. This time Braun took it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jonathan Scope is on deck. Bumgarner slowing things down. Very high as he comes back with an overthrow on his fastball. 2-1. Brewers find themselves 2.5 back of the Cubs in a very, very long day at the ballpark yesterday in Washington due to rain delays and a doubleheader. The Cubs lost both games yesterday. Drive into the gap. Left center field, off the very top of the wall. Coming in to score is Kane, and this game is tied.
Wow. Curious to know what he's thinking. He's shaking his head like he's upset. I think he thinks it should have been a homer. It went off the top of the wall.
Maybe a foot short.
Yeah.
So here's Scope. Scope at 238 with 20 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Braun goes. Hundley will not throw.
And you have to be careful of him. He does that a lot of times after a double. He kind of doesn't pay attention too much. They know he watches to see where guys are playing, but then he takes the walking leads and just takes off running on you. He's one of the guys that's done that his whole career.
And Scope looks at a strike to even the count. Half swing and a miss, 1-2. So Bumgarner just try to limit the damage. That's all he's going to do here. Nice block by Hundley. Hundley knows that Bumgarner is going to try to keep that ball down. Here's the 2-2. And Hundley has to do another nice job. Braun's at third. Got him, and that'll end the inning. Brewers tie it up. Second inning coming up.
By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy a big wave golden ale or longboard lager today.
Here in Milwaukee, it's 1-1. Gregor Blanco opened up the game with a home run. Brewers came back to tie it up. And here's Slater, who looks at a strike. Slater, Hundley, Jones against Zach Davies on this Sunday afternoon here in Wisconsin. Fouled out of play. 0-2. The Brewers actually caught a break because the football schedule has the Packers playing tonight in Green Bay. So this group here can still see the game. Can.
Hometown team sports Sunday.
Got him. Well, on Orange Friday, September 14th, the first 10,000 fans are going to receive a 60th anniversary t-shirt, and it's presented by Informatica. Bring out your gear, wear it to the ball game. It'll be the Giants and the Rockies at 7:15, and you can buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Davies with his first strikeout, and here's Hundley. Hundley with a healthy rip and a foul over by the Giants dugout, right past Ryder Jones, who's in the on-deck circle. Hundley takes outside. He started on Friday and he went 1 for 4. It was Garcia who caught yesterday. Garcia went 1 for 3. Hundley lines this one right at Moustakas. Ryder Jones hit a pinch hit home run last night. He saw one pitch. Dropped that back leg and it went right into the area of the Brewers bullpen and above it. Toyota territory. That's a hot spot in this park, isn't it?
Oof. Seen a lot of balls go out right there. He's got some bat speed though. He's talking about Bochy wanting guys to swing hard and turn on some stuff. He'll definitely do it.
He's got the okay from the manager to do that.
Yeah.
One ball and one strike. Urquiz Hernandez on deck. Giants trying to get a game on this road trip before they head home. A nice swing and a foul back. It's 2-2. The Atlanta Braves will be in town tomorrow night.
And the starting pitching for the Braves that are coming in, it's not going to get much easier on the offense for the Giants. Those are some pretty good numbers.
Newcomb, Fultonevich, Hannibal Sanchez. Jones strikes out, swinging. Second in the inning. It remains 1-1.
Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency.
A 1-1 ball game. Bumgarner to Moustakas, and the pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. You think Moustakas and Kane and all those guys just had enough of Bumgarner? I mean, they had to have felt like without the Giants didn't have Bumgarner, they'd have been world champs.
Yeah, that guy was pretty good. I mean, they had a swing game right there that Bum decided to go just CG on him.
Breaking ball.
The biggest part of that series was how Bochy read in the press when they said, thankfully, we don't have to face that guy again. And Bochy's like, thank you. Hey, Bum, you want to face those guys again? Bum's like, yeah.
Pretty good pitch, but called the ball. Bumgarner wanted it. It's 3 balls.
The umpire told him it was down. Highly disagree with that. If that's what the umpire told him, that was it was down. But
hit into center field off the end of the bat. Yorkis Hernandez racing in, and he'll get there to make the check. Here's our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. On July 6th of 2010, Madison Bumgarner picked up his first career win. He went 8 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 115 pitches. You also remember Buster went off in that series as well.
he did.
And you see where Bumgarner ranks with wins in San Francisco Giants history. As this is hit well to right, but it's right at Slater. And he reaches up and he makes the catch.
I have a feeling before it's all said and done that there's a good possibility he's going to be moving up the ranks on that win category. Yeah, possibly.
Gratz is at 248. He's got 5 home runs. He's got 20 runs batted in. Zach Davies is on deck as Kratz takes low. Low again. 2-1. Both teams with 2 hits. There's a called strike. It's 2-2. Nice blue skies above the ballpark. Bumgarner trying to get his team off the field. And Pratt stays alive as he bounces that one right in front of the Giants dugout. There's that beautiful sky. The roof has been open in every game in this series, and we applaud that. Hit to left, but it's in the park for Blanco, and that'll end the inning. 3 balls hit in the air, and after 2, it's a 1-1 ball game. Play. It happened. Game 6. The greatest strike 3 call in the history of the game is Tom Hellion calls out Ryan Howard on a pitch thrown by Brian Wilson, and the Giants were headed to the World Series.
That was awesome.
1-1 ball game.
Good feeling.
Yeah, well, especially when all of a sudden Uribe hits a home run.
Yeah. Off of a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah.
Sir Madsen.
Berkey's with a bunt, and it's going to roll foul. It's a good idea. All right, take a look at today how Tom Hellion went at it.
Yeah.
I think he still got it.
And he didn't even change. That's just his strikeout call. It's not even about the energy of the game or anything. Only thing better was if you do a 360 and then do it. I've seen it in the movie.
0-1 to Gorky's. Naked gun, Leslie Nielsen.
Yep.
Did the moonwalk.
Yep.
Rookies lines it foul.
I mean, from what I'm seeing sometimes from guys that get walked and how they do all kinds of twists and turns and jumps and hops when they get a walk, I'm thinking the umpire should bring some flair in.
He should be able to do it.
It's part of the game now.
Ron Luciano, when I was playing, as this is chopped to short, Perez will throw him out. Here's the game 6, the call. A little hesitation.
Bochy is super excited about that strikeout call.
Luciano would call you out at first. He'd take his hand out of his pocket like a gun. Shoot you out at first. Then he'd blow the end of his finger off. And it was great, except it ticked guys off.
Yeah, I bet it did.
Moustakas knows he's got some time.
The force will be strong at AT&T Park on Sunday, September 16th. It's Star Wars Day. Your special event package includes a Giants Cantina rubber match statuette and a ticket to watch the Giants take on the Rockies. See you and your fellow Jedi Masters at AT&T Park. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for tickets.
Here's Gregor Blanco, who homered to open up the game. And he shoots one foul and out of play. Blanco takes low. Blanco now lifetime against Davies. He's 4 for 6 with 2 home runs. So bad.
No.
One and 2 on the called strike. There you go. 2 and 2.
Since he's been called up, he has some pretty good at bats. Works counts, gets good swings on balls, fouls stuff off.
I agree. Slowly hit. Charging will be Scope, and Scope will throw him out to end the inning. Davies is going to lead things off. Hits for both teams as Zach Davies stands in facing Bumgarner. And he looks at a strike. Davies on the year is 0 for 12. And another strike. So it's 0 and 2. This is where it can be hard to see. When the sun is very bright, you see lots of shadows. We had a game here 4 or 5 years ago that Ryan Braun clearly was never happy with the configuration of the stadium for day games. Made it well known that he couldn't see, and he bunted 4 times.
Protest.
Wow. High and foul down the left field line and out of play.
I wish he would have bunted the first at bat.
Yeah, and maybe one time the other night, Friday night.
Why didn't he protest that?
Yeah. And a little pop-up to Longoria.
Winter is coming to AT&T Park. On Monday, September 10th, it's Game of Thrones night. Your special event package includes a really scary dragon bobblehead standing atop the AT&T Park clock tower, a ticket to see the Giants take on the Braves, and you can do all of that by visiting sfgiants.com/special events for your tickets. That fan definitely did not think they were getting a foul ball.
Wow,
today.
how about that? Call strike. Kane singled and scored. He had a ground ball up the middle in the first. And he takes that fastball inside.
I'm a little upset you didn't critique my winter is coming. I thought I did a pretty. You didn't like that? My vocal.
I had heard you practice it, and I told you before you actually did it that it was going to sound really great. And see, I don't think we'll have to read that one again. 2-1 to Kane. And Kane drives one to right. And Slater's there, and he'll make the catch. Dave Fleming is headed over here from the KNBR side. Dave will be in with Jeremy innings 4, 5, and 6. Booth is looking clean, very clean.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. Darren Chan did a good job. Here's Yelich. Yelich with a healthy rip.
I was doing some voiceover stuff the other day in the booth. We couldn't hear real well, so we had to stop doing it. But I called him Danny like 4 times. He finally looked at me and said, Darren.
You called him Danny?
Yeah, well, I was the guy that, you know, at KNBR, his name's Danny. So I was like, you know, I was looking at that.
Oh,
talking to a couple people. So I was, hey, Danny. He finally said Darren. I'm like, yeah, my fault.
So you thought everybody's name at KNBR was Danny?
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I just need to say DC from now on if I forget.
Yelich takes down low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Aguilar to follow. Up the middle. Bumgarner spears it. But take that.
Oh.
That'll end the inning.
Ooh, that's where you spike the ball on the ground.
I'll see you back here in the 7th.
you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants game streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app. It is a tie ball game in the top of the fourth, 1-1 on this awesome Sunday afternoon. And rejoining me, Dave Fleming.
Did I make you laugh already? You guys are having fun over here, huh?
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Okay, good.
I'm doing sweet voiceovers for Game of Thrones, you know?
Even though you're not really actually a fan of the show, right?
And that's I'm thinking I'm going to get critiqued because I thought I said something maybe if I was to watch the show that's how they'd say winter's coming. I mean, Kuiper just said, well, hopefully we don't have to read that ever again.
Not at all. Nothing like the actual show. There's a strike to panic, 3-1.
I need to watch it.
You do. You do.
It.
I think you would enjoy Game of Thrones. Enjoy is kind of is probably the wrong word.
Entertained?
It's a hard show to really enjoy. There's a little chopper. I think that'll frustrate Panic. You get yourself into a good hitter's count, get ahead 3-0, and then you do that.
He's a very competitive guy, and I don't think he likes when he's not feeling good at the plate. He works as hard as anybody at trying to get out of it. Sometimes guys overwork, but I can't say much. I was an overworker, I think.
You were?
Yeah, I think I just was over analytical. And if I didn't feel good one day, I'd be out here at noon working on the mound, doing towel drill. You know, I just probably did too much at times.
I think the Giants manager believes that there are, and it comes from a good place. It's not like he's angry about it, but I think he believes that there are a lot of players today who do overwork. Take so many swings in the cage, so much extra batting practice, so many extra workouts that maybe they don't have quite as much energy for the game.
Yeah. And you think too much now. Now you're instead of just reacting, you're thinking.
How about that? Beat the shift.
Yep. He said, I'm not going to hit any more balls today to the left side of the infield, and I'm going to hit balls up the middle. And he's good enough to do that. Yesterday, I think he took one up the middle, too. Off of
he did.
Jeffress.
He did. Well, he's lost a lot of hits this year as teams have shifted him. I think the two guys on the Giants who were most hurt by the shift throughout the full year were Longoria and McCutchen. Of course, McCutchen's now with the Yankees, but those guys faced shifts almost every time, right-handed hitters, and hit a lot of balls into the defense. And it impacted the batting average. You noticed Andrew McCutchen has had a great couple days for the Yankees.
Yes, he has. He's starting to settle in. I mean, I think it's natural, even though he's a veteran. You go from one team to another, especially one team to a playoff contender, and they're the pinstripes. The Yankees are always the history of being a Yankee. You can put too much pressure on yourself, even as a veteran, to try to do something big.
He's homered, I think, in 2 straight games. Made a really good catch the other day that I saw. I saw the Yankees on Monday and talked to their manager, Aaron Boone. He was just thrilled about having McCutchen. On the ground, right through. Base hit, Brandon Crawford. Longoria took the wide turn, but he'll stop at second. Back-to-back singles for the Giants. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th inning. With the game tied at 1, a chance for the Giants to untie the game. Slater struck out looking in his first at bat against Zach Davies. Now he's seen him. Very pitcher friendly strike there. I think that's a good take. First pitch of the at bat.
Yeah, it's a pitcher's pitch. He kind of put it right there. There's not a lot you can do with that pitch, especially if you're trying to keep yourself out of a double play situation.
Now That one missed away. It's interesting. We saw that shot of those flags out there showing no wind whatsoever. We can feel a little breeze actually where we sit. And it looks to me like a ball to right field has jumped a little bit. I think sometimes when those panels are closed, it's hard to predict exactly how the wind's going to move.
Swirls.
I think it does. On the ground toward the hole. Nice play to get one, and what a double play. That was beautifully turned. Wow. Off the bat, I thought it might be a hit. Instead, it's 2 outs, and the game's still tied 1-1. For dealers, it was on this day 2 years ago in Arizona. Remember this? Corey Guerin came in, got an out, and then came out and played left field. Javi Lopez came in to pitch after he had struck out. Guerin had struck out Owings. So Javi came in to face Jake Lamb. Lamb walked. Guerin went right back to the mound. Gorkis Hernandez went into left field. Guerin got the last 2 outs, got the save, and he was pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I enjoyed that.
Bochy never put me in left field.
He didn't. He didn't.
Why?
Well, I think he has a pretty long list of reasons why. Maybe after the game we'll ask him. Now, seriously, would you have, because we're seeing a few teams, the Rays have done that a little more.
They put Romo at third, right, or something?
Yeah, whether it was Romo or somebody else. Maybe Romo played a little third. They put one of their pitchers at first for a hitter. Nice play by Austin Slater on the low liner by Aguilar. 1 out. Record a save and play in the outfield in the same game. And that's, I guess, what was different about this one is he actually got the save.
Yeah.
Todd Worrell, Roger McDowell, and Corey Guerin.
It happens once every not very many years.
Good math.
Yeah.
Would you have been okay doing it?
You know, I would have been. The problem is usually when it happens, there's a lot of times there's that fear of like, you know what, someone's going to hit a ball to me. And then my only issue is I had 2 knee braces. So it would have been an awkward run, you know.
So if instead of the outfield, would you, because the Rays have put a couple of their guys at third, at first, would you have played in the infield instead?
First would have been good. I could play shortstop. feel like I could probably do that.
And I think, and the way the Rays did it too, it was they put Romo at third with a left-handed hitter up who is not likely to hit the ball to third.
Yeah. That's when the bunt comes out, though. You know, just I'm going to bunt it at him and see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. Ryan Braun, strike 2. Braun, who knocked in the first and only run for the Brewers, his first time up. Well, Javi played, he was a position player in college, right?
Yep.
First baseman.
He could have played outfield, though. He was, that guy, he can run down some balls in BP. I mean, he's athletic. He could have played outfield, and no one ever thought he wasn't a position player.
Was he your #1 athlete of the pitchers who would go shag during batting practice or whatever?
I think so. I mean, he loved it. He loved doing it out there, and I thought he was our most, in the bullpen especially, he was our most athletic guy. I was a close second. Yeah.
Obviously. 1-2. It's funny we use that term. You're all athletes. You're professional athletes. You all have a lot of athleticism, but like the speed, the running, the jumping, that kind of athleticism, it's almost like we put that in a slightly different category.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Hand-eye coordination, totally different.
Yeah.
Drawn to right center field and deep. Gorky's at the wall to make the catch. 2 down. Speaking of athleticism, this was the double play that the Brewers turned against Slater. I didn't think it was possible they were going to get 2.
I mean, jump throw from short to coming on the far side of the bag and pushing off and then throwing a missile to first base. That's 2 guys with some great arms. And we were just talking about it. I mean, you can see him hitting right now. He's a tall second baseman. That's Denver's got the LeMahieu 6'4" second baseman. This guy's close to that, if not that. You're starting to see it's starting to change a little bit on, well, your second baseman's going to be a little smaller. It used to be all the shortstops were 6'4" with can move. Now you're starting to see that second base is starting to be an athletic position for any height.
The Brewers use Travis Shaw there sometimes.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah. But that was Jonathan Scope who made that turn at second base. That was an impressive throw. Bumgarner ahead 0-2, 1-1 the score, bottom 4. And he got Scope to chase, strike 3 swinging. That's his second strikeout. He has retired 10 in a row now. On to the 5th, 1-1 in Milwaukee. Dalton Johnson on NBCSportsBayArea.com ranked the top position players in the Giants minor league system. He recognized a lot of the names. Shaw, Duggar. We have seen those 2 in the big leagues this year extensively. Joey Bart behind the plate, 13 home runs in 51 games after the Giants made him the number 2 overall draft pick in this year's draft. David Villar, another guy who was drafted just this year, hit 16 home runs in his debut in 62 games. Jalen Miller had a kind of a breakout kind of year for San Jose. Heath Quinn, remember that name, guy with power as a corner outfielder. Anyway, Giants had some players in the minor leagues this year, and it wasn't just all position players. Some pitchers had good years. They had some positive things happen down in the minor leagues. And we know they're going to need more of those things to happen. The Giants have put an emphasis here with this core that came up through the minor leagues for the Giants. Posey, Belt, Crawford, Panic, and many others. As those guys start to become more veteran, Giants are looking for the next wave.
They've got some flamethrowers down there from what I've been hearing. Guys that are, I was talking to Will Clark, and he was down there in A-ball. I can't remember where or he may have been at Richmond. And he said, I mean, we got 98, 98, 98 coming out of that pen down there. He said, you have some up and coming throwers that are going to be hopefully turned into pitchers and still keep their 98 on top of it.
Hundley rips one into left field, base hit for Nick Hundley. So Hundley's hit the ball hard twice. Now he actually has something to show for it. He's 1 for 2. Be very interesting to see if the Giants can bring back Nick Hundley. I think they value having him around. He's been such a nice presence on this team for a couple of years. With Posey coming back from the surgery, although the Giants anticipate there will be no problems, you never know for sure if the rehab's going to go as smooth as you hope it does. So we'll see.
It would be nice because he's very trusted by the Giants pitching staff, and it's always good to have your backup catcher known by the pitchers and know that they understand how he calls a game, etc. He's pretty good with them, and he enjoys it here. I've asked him. He likes it.
I think all the Giants pitchers like working with Nick Hundley. Bumgarner today throwing well to Hundley. Ryder Jones takes a good cut and falls down, and I hope he's all right.
He's down there for a while. I don't know if he looks all right.
I think he hurt his knee.
Did it foul it off his knee?
I didn't think so.
Right on top of the kneecap, he said.
Maybe it did, and I just didn't. The way the ball came back. Yikes. We got Belt, who's had the knee soreness. Crawford's had a knee issue.
I mean, whether he gets up on his own or not, it's going to be probably no more baseball for him today. No,
it wasn't a foul ball.
That's not good. That's not good. If you don't foul something off and your knee goes like that, that's not a good sign.
Yikes.
He's walking, which is a good sign, but it's kind of a weird walk. You see that left leg, he's kind of almost like kicking the leg. He's not really wanting to move it a whole lot. Longoria helping him out. Yeah, man. It's a tough thing to see. And now we got a guy that's out with a knee issue coming in to play the game.
Yep. And Belt's knee, there is something really going on in there. The Giants hadn't been a lot of detail about it. He missed some time, has come back, but he may need a little cleanup surgery or something when the season is over, because there is definitely stiffness and soreness. Belt's been getting a lot of treatment before games just to try to play. So Bochy was giving him the day off. But now he's in there. Belt inherits the 1-1 count. I would just hope that Ryder Jones is all right.
Yeah. So interesting, because I don't know if it's just circumstantial, but if you remember, what, 6-7 years ago, Dan Runzer was swinging in the box
right here
in this ballpark,
right here.
And he did something to his knee, sublux, some weird deal.
It was right here.
Lost the year on it.
His career never was really the same after that.
And he was doing good when that happened. So Lefty that they were looking to depend on for a long time.
That was here in Milwaukee. You're right. That one way up and outside to Belt. 3-1.
This is also the field that Casilla had an at bat in, and I'm pretty sure he stood in the dugout trying to take swings when he was hitting here.
I do remember that.
He said he couldn't see well. It's too dark.
So he stood at the far end of the batter's box. Casilla had his adventures, didn't he?
Oh.
Belt takes ball 4.
Belt's like, thank you.
So Belt comes in. Good job by him. Giants have a rally going now. Tie game 1-1. It is the bottom part of the order. Gorkis Hernandez, but Bumgarner comes out on deck.
So how does that work? If he walks, it goes on Belts. If he gets out, it goes on Riders. Like stats, how does that work when you come in the middle of an at-bat like that?
It depends on what the count is.
Okay.
So there are different rules for different counts. When it's 1-1, I am pretty sure that, and most of the discrepancy is for the pitcher. If you walk, if a pitcher has to come in when the count in the middle of an at-bat, say, Aguilar made a good play there to get Hundley.
Really good. Wow.
I didn't think he was going to get Hundley at third, but he did. So the Giants have first and second on the check swing fielder's choice. Gorkis won't be thrilled with that. But Belt gives credit for the walk.
He does.
He does.
Oh, you're saying if a pitcher gets brought into the middle of, like, if they have to switch pitchers on 1-2 count, anything that happens negatively for the pitcher goes on the first guy. If you get a positive out or a K, it goes for the guy coming in. Got it.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Bumgarner can help his own cause. You and I were talking yesterday. He has not hit a home run this year.
And he hit a lot in BP the other day. He cleared the stadium here. He hit it out. Those windows were open out in left field, and he hit it out of the windows. That's impressive.
Well, a guy who's hit 17 home runs in his career.
Off some pretty good pitchers.
He's taken Greinke deep twice. He's taken Kershaw deep twice.
Ooh, man.
Two and one.
I think Kershaw's whole goal in life for the rest of his career, there's two. Probably try to win a World Series and hit a homer off Bumgarner. I don't think he has yet. I think it's bugging him that Bum's hit him twice. Because Bum lets him know it.
You know? It definitely has bugged him. That's for sure. 2-1. Good hitters count. Bumgarner took a home run kind of swing, but popped it foul.
The reaction on Bum after he swung the bat, I don't know if that was caught on TV or not, but pretty sure he really wanted to hit a homer right there. Sees it, and then watch right there. Only Bum would be super mad that he doesn't hit a homer.
Now see, if he were pitching and a hitter did that to him, he would be furious. You think it's that easy, huh? 2-2. Good take. That one is ripped into left field. Not a home run, but a base hit. Brandon Belt's going to get the stop sign. Remember, he's got that knee. He's not moving quite as well. Might have gotten the stop sign anyway, but Madison Bumgarner with the hit. The bases are loaded with only one out. And Gregor Blanco coming up.
Well, you know, you just get a feeling when you watch Bum sometimes. I mean, you could just see in his eyes right there before that at bat, like how he took the pitch before. he's really trying to provide some offense. Like he goes up there with every intention to be a hitter at that moment. He's a dangerous guy when he's locked in like that. Avellino. He's like, go home, go home. Wait, no. Just kidding. Hey, easy, big guy. Easy.
Blanco swings at the first pitch and skies one to center. Lorenzo Cain is back, and he will make the catch. Tagging his belt, he'll come in to score. Racing over to third, Gorkis Hernandez. Giants have scored on the sacrifice fly from Blanco and taken a 2-1 lead.
I really like how he's coming in and playing. I actually really like how he made the team, got sent down, stayed with the team in AAA, provided some leadership to those guys down there, gets called back up, providing more leadership, not only in the clubhouse, but at the plate. I feel like Blanco's attitude towards how this whole year went has been phenomenal.
It's a great example, a great role model.
Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for yourself. Okay, he wasn't playing great. He got sent down. Giants wanted to give some other guys a chance. And here he is helping the Giants again. 2-1 here in the 5th inning for Panic. This would be a big spot for an add-on run. You got that runner at third. Just take a base hit to get another one on the board. Two 2-0. Brewers do have the bullpen going. Remember, Zach Davies has only made 2 starts now. It's Corbin Burns out there in the bullpen. Davies has only made a couple starts since May. He's had a shoulder problem much of the year, so they're not going to push him. Two and one.
Yeah, I was looking, this 17-game winner last year. I think they were looking for him to do some pretty big things, and he just, that rotator, they said, has been just bothering him a little bit. So they've been watching his innings pitched this year.
Panic to left field. Braun on the move. He'll get there and make the catch. So the Giants, Braun with some high fives for Brewers fans, get the 1 and take a 2-1 lead.
Celebrating the many ways Latinos put an accent on baseball. Share how you put an accent on the game with hashtag Ponle Acento.
Dave Fleming, Jeremy Affel back here in Milwaukee. The Giants have such a great tradition and history in their organization of talent from all across the globe. Giants have pumped a huge amount of money into their academy in the Dominican Republic. Giants have also scouted Venezuela heavily the last few years. The Felipe Lu Academy, named after an all-time Giants great and native of the Dominican Republic, a friend of all of ours. The Giants signed a crop of talent from Latin America this year that they are very high on. Just 16 years old, most of them, so it's going to be a while. Mike Moustakas swings and misses against Bumgarner. Brandon Belt stays in the game as we expected he would. Ryder Jones, we're hoping he's all right. His knee buckled at the plate on a swing, and he had to come out of the game. Oh, 2. Giants drafted a kid named Elliot Ramos out of Puerto Rico a couple years ago. Had a tremendous debut. Had a year this year where the numbers weren't as big, but he was the youngest player in his league in A-ball and survived the challenge. He's a big prospect for the Giants. Strike 3 swinging. Third strikeout for Bumgarner. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Show me the San Francisco Giants. You can try it right now while you're watching us. Get those live stats up there. Big group of Giants fans here in Milwaukee all weekend long. Treated to a beautiful weather weekend. Feels like fall now.
Well, winter's coming. So
there's our resident Game of Thrones expert. I tell you what, it is. I'm not sure the people here are thrilled that there's been a little cool air. I think everybody around here starts to think, well, that we know now what that means.
Yeah.
They love their football here, and they love their football weather and October baseball weather and whatnot. But maybe the last few weeks of being outdoors in this part of the world.
A lot of stuff going on in Milwaukee now. I was out down by the river having lunch yesterday, and it was like a parade on the boat parade. There's an art festival downtown. All kinds of stuff going on.
Happening place. Perez. They also got the caber toss here at the ballpark. That was a pretty good bat toss, wasn't it? Evan Longoria went. That's what I mean. Longoria was getting out of the way.
That went a really long way. That bat went 120 feet.
It did?
Look at that. I wonder what the exit velocity was on that.
Can we get the StatCast on the bat throw? Please. Pretty good launch angle.
Yeah.
Hernan Perez 0 for 1 in this game. With one really good bat throw. Right into the mitt, strike 3. Bumgarner's got 3 strikeouts in a row. Settled in nicely.
He has.
He has not allowed a base runner since that Braun double in the first inning. Leadoff hit by Kane. 2 outs later, Braun doubled in a run. Since then, nobody has reached base against him. He's been very efficient. Pitch count, no problem. Speaking of efficiency, 1 pitch, 1 out. Eric Kratz is gone, and the Brewers are gone in order. That's how you do it. 2-1 Giants lead through 5 at Miller Park. Top of the 6th inning, and the new pitcher for the Brewers when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Right-hander Corbin Burns, big prospect coming into the year. He's getting his first taste of Major League Baseball. Right-hander, throws pretty hard. He is from Bakersfield, California. Went to St. Mary's College in Moraga, so he spent his college time in the Bay Area, and he's done a pretty good job for the Brewers.
Yeah, making quite an impact there. 27 innings right out the gate, putting up good numbers and efficient. High strikeouts, low walks. Probably have him here for this exact thing, and that's to keep them close into the ball game, get us deeper into the game, not see if we cannot burn our pen too much here.
Well, remember, they've used a lot of their top guys both games in this series. They did have Thursday off like the Giants did. First pitch to Evan Longoria is high for ball 1. Plus, not that they don't want to just go ahead and win this game, but they have the series at Wrigley starting tomorrow looming. 3 games against the Cubs. Last 3 chances head-to-head against the Cubs this year, beginning tomorrow.
And they had just played the Cubs, correct?
They did. The Cubs were here right before the Giants came to town.
Yeah, there's some big games being played in the next few weeks in these divisions.
Huge. Longoria on a line to left. Braun, though, for the out. Crawford coming up. How far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Rami. How about Brandon Crawford's Major League debut? Jeremy, you were here. It was May of 2011 against Sean Markham. That was his first career hit, and yeah, it was a grand slam. Look awesome. At Brandon Crawford.
He didn't have hair. He didn't have a beard.
Young kid. 6th player all time to get a grand slam for his first career hit in his Major League debut. First big league game, first big league hit, grand slam. Not many have done it.
I knew we were going to win the World Series when I saw that. Oh, we got it.
Well, you'd already won 1.
Yeah.
And you were going to win 2 more. With Crawford a huge part of both of those teams. And the thing I remember most about that was what, like 2 or 3 days after Buster's injury. And yeah. The mood was so down. And understandably so. I mean, Buster, we didn't know if Buster was ever going to be the same. It turned out he would be an MVP and you know, all-star many more times after that, but we didn't know. And Crawford got called up basically because of that. He got called up from A-ball.
Yeah.
The Giants were very aggressive with him. And the move paid off. He has gotten better and better as his career. He's always improved.
Yeah, and he makes plays that are just, you almost expect him to make, but not a lot of guys can make some of the plays that he makes.
Hits that one hard right to the defense, but it kicks off the glove of Perez, and Crawford's going to be safe.
That was a missile right there. That's one of those balls to a shortstop that he's probably going to get hit with an error on that, but that is not a comfortable ball to field. This ball is a missile on the ground, and it just shoots off the mound and didn't slow up when it hit the mound.
That's almost one of those ones where, to me, you could use the StatCast when we get all the exit velocity stuff. You could use that info and help make your decision, hit or error, with that as a factor. How hard did he actually hit it?
His launch angle wouldn't have been that great, but the exit velocity would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, tell that to the shortstop.
I mean, that's coming weird. The hop's got to be weird too. I mean, you just don't know really what to do with that. I mean, Crawford would have made the play, but
that one got by the catcher. But Crawford didn't see it until it was too late. Plus, remember, Crawford's got his own knee issue. So he's not moving quite the way he normally does. Was a strike to Slater. 0-2. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Crawford's ball was hit 108 miles an hour. So that's what I'm talking about when you factor in hit or error. Looks like I never heard the official score actually come on and say it, but they gave him an error.
Yeah, I didn't either, but 108.
See, that's where I think you can use that and say, well, maybe it wasn't so easy. Crawford got a huge break. Slater strikes out swinging. Crawford easily steals second, though. Burns never saw him go.
He must, because he was sliding into second base before he picked his leg up. Look at this. I mean, oh, man.
2 down after the strikeout. Runner in scoring position. Giants have a 2-1 lead. Hundley has had 2 good at bats. Those were against the starter Davies. Now Burns has taken over. Did he go? Yes. According to Dan Bellino, at least it's not Adam Hamari at first base.
He would have provided comical relief if they would have asked the first base umpire, but then Hamari would have said it from second. That would have been the way to go. Stir it up.
That would have gotten a reaction from Nick Hundley. Strike 2. It's a pretty good slider, isn't it?
It is.
89 miles an hour.
Late.
Well, now we'll see if Hundley can use a 2-strike approach with that runner in scoring position. 0-2. Takes that slider outside. Big spot here for the Giants, trying to add on to their 2-1 lead. Strike 3. And Hundley's ticked off at himself for taking that one. Giants threaten but do not score. 2-1. Giants lead. Coors banquet. It was on this date 17 years ago at Coors Field. Barry Bonds had a 3-home run game. Let's remember Scott Ellerton, his first victim in the first inning. He got Ellerton again, number 62 of 2001 in the 5th inning. And then in the 11th, Todd Belitz, the reliever for Colorado, into the bullpen, a 3-home run game. Home runs number 61, 62, 63 on this date 17 years ago. At 61, still, even though it was no longer the all-time single season record, it still was a number of great significance.
Yeah.
Domingo Santana pinch hitting for the pitcher Corbin Burns against Bumgarner. 2-1 Giants lead. Shift on for Santana, right-handed hitter. He's got power. He takes ball 2.
Was that one of the years that Sammy Sosa had 60 homers too?
Sammy in 2001 hit a lot of home runs.
Because I was reading the other day that he's the only player in baseball history to have 60+ homers for 2 straight seasons and not lead the league in homers.
Yeah, hang with him, Sammy.
That's pretty impressive.
2-1 to Domingo Santana. That year, Sammy had 64 home runs.
And you don't lead the league?
Nope. Nope. Not even close.
Jeez. Oh, man.
2-2.
I mean, there's been like, was there even a 50 homer guy last year in the big leagues? What did Judge have?
Judge hit 50 last year.
He hit 50. Okay. There's just not that many. I mean, that era when we were wide, it was like 60, 50, 55, 72.
Of the 60+ home run seasons in the history of baseball, a huge percentage of them came in that stretch of a few years.
Sure.
3-2. Santana against Bumgarner. Bounces it to third. Longoria's got to hurry, and he gets it there in time. So Madison Bumgarner, another out. "14 in a row retired by Bumgarner since that double in the first inning."
And I'm not trying to continue to pound on Coors Field, because I think that if you try to make excuses as a team, you'll go in there and not do well, and they haven't done well. But it does show you a little bit that when you have an idea of what your ball is going to do, you pitch a little bit more efficient. In that ballpark in Coors with Madison, he's thrown pretty good there at times, but you just never know if you know what your ball is going to do or not do over the plate, because of the movement that it can have at random times. Where here is probably a little more consistent for Madison, where if he makes a mistake, he knows why, and he can execute more often. You're seeing that in this game today.
Kane kind of into no man's land. It's going to be Slater to make the call at the last moment. 2 down. Well, while we were gone, in between the top and bottom of this inning, the Sunday sausage race is not the normal one, because you get the regular sausages, and as they call them here in Milwaukee, then they tag team with the little weenies. So then the weenies take it to the end.
I can tell you, hot dogs in front. Here comes Bratwurst. Chorizo's
Bratwurst, what a finish.
Oh, the Brat was the winner. He started at the
Winner, the old classic Bratwurst, #1.
What am I supposed to have again? What was that? Schlindenberg or?
Oh yeah, real close. Really good memory. Yeah, when you come to AT&T Park, get a Schlindenberg. A Sheboygan.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Sheboygan.
Yeah. Oh man. Great. Probably should just asked and not guessed. It's probably better.
My contention is it's better than any of the sausages, not the sausage race, the actual sausages that you get here in Milwaukee.
To try it.
And they probably don't like me here because I say that. 2-1 to Yelich. Nope, definitely not. He's very happy to have the bratwurst here. His Brewers are playing. His Packers are playing tonight. His Badgers played yesterday. All's right in the world for him. Three and one. Well, that streak is on the line here. 15 in a row retired. He walks him.
Well, all good things must come to an end at some point.
And it's just a
Still
walk.
A good run.
It's just a walk. The problem for the Giants is that the walks in the first two games of this series have been very damaging. Well, a lot of times the offense from the Giants has started with that, from the Brewers rather, against the Giants. And you're in the heart of the order. So Jesus Aguilar, you got to pitch this guy carefully. Very good low ball hitter and a guy who can use right field. He's got power to all sides, 31 home runs, just a good hitter.
Yep. Man, he showed it last few games. He's hitting 2 balls over there that were pretty hard hit off the wall. And Bum started him out the game almost with like all breaking balls. Kind of balls starting away like he likes it as a hitter and then coming down into him, getting him to roll over.
Got him to chase down and in there with that curveball. That is interesting how he's approaching this big slugger. Giants need a win. They haven't had one this week on the road. They've got their guy on the mound pitching well today. Aguilar ropes it to left. Bronco plays it on a bounce.
And I don't think that was necessarily a bad pitch. I think it was the location that I don't even think Bum liked a whole lot about it, as he was trying to tell himself to finish it after that pitch. I think he knew he was going to go there again. And as a pitcher that knows that you've thrown a lot of curveballs at a guy, you're recognizing, well, your percentage of error now is less because he's seen it enough, but he will actually swing at it more because he's recognizing the pitch. As long as you can keep it down, a lot of times they'll swing over it or just kind of hit a ground ball with it. But there he hung it. He didn't pay a huge price for it. Still a lot of scenarios that he can pitch to, especially with a guy like Braun, if he's not feeling comfortable facing him, or he's open bag. He doesn't have to give in.
Well, Braun's been the guy with the best swings against him today. Braun has doubled in a run, the only Brewers run so far. He's also hit one that carried a long way out to center field. So a huge spot in this game right here, right now. Bumgarner with 2 on, 2 out against the cleanup hitter. High and tight, look out.
Maybe a tad bit dramatic. I mean, Braun ran all the way to third base almost. I'd say there's a purpose pitch in that. Probably didn't want to be that up there that close to the face, but I think he was just trying to make sure he's not diving out, because he dove out after a ball and hit that ball, almost like you said, hit that ball to center field on him the last time.
The 1-0.
Right at the shoulder. When a hitter is...
Well, Braun was staring at him. Bumgarner's yelling at him. Well, that last one was not. It was
wasn't
up,
close,
but it was out over the plate.
And I saw that. I saw him take a stare back at him, and I was thinking, I didn't think Bum was going to necessarily react, but he probably got tired of it. Good looking at me. But that's Bum. So.
That one, and he almost hit him. Well, Braun says it did hit him. They got a piece of it. Bumgarner. Here we go.
Yeah.
You can read his lips.
You want some? Come on.
You can read his lips.
I'm telling you right now, I promise you, Braun wants nothing to do with that situation, but he's got to hold a little bit, saying I don't like it, but I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna go out there.
Well, everybody kind of started to come out on the field. The bullpen's kind of sort of emptied. Nobody made it to the infield, just in case.
Thing is, all the Giants are still in there, and all the Brewers are still on the field.
Yeah.
I think all the Giants guys have said, you ain't gonna do that. They stared at him. I think Braun just said, throw the ball, man, right? Like, just go ahead and throw the ball. But
the juices are flowing.
yeah.
Craig Counsell's shaking his head. Tom Hallion's not going to kick Bumgarner out of the game.
Was there warnings, though? A lot of these managers don't like it if their team gets warned when it's like, wait a minute, you know what? But
now Counsell coming back out.
you get thrown out of the game? I feel like in a way with Hallion, he's probably looking at him like, okay, enough. It didn't drill him in the back. It nicked him in the. I didn't even see that it hit him.
Well, obviously Counsell said something to get kicked out.
Yeah.
And he's going to get his money's worth now, and Hallion's upset. Tom Hallion's been around a long time. He's one of the best umpires in the game. Craig Counsell thinking that Bumgarner was throwing at his guy, maybe just trying to stand up for his guy. And Counsell's the guy who gets kicked out. And it was something he said on his way back. He was headed back in. He said the magic word.
Yeah.
Or words.
Yeah. Who else did he throw out? I mean, this is getting to be pretty awesome.
Somebody else. Pat Murphy's trying to figure out who else has been kicked out of the game. So here comes the bench coach. All this prelude to a bases loaded situation on a one-run game. So Bumgarner's going to keep himself loose, throw some warm-up pitches, and who knows, sometimes maybe you start to think the Brewers extend this arguing and
delay a game,
try to ice the pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't think that really works with Bumgarner.
I don't think it does either.
All right, enough arguing. Braun gets hit. Braun had some words. Bumgarner had some words back. Everybody was upset. Not too overheated, but then the manager of the Brewers took it personally. He got kicked out. Somebody else in that dugout got kicked out. And here's Jonathan Schoop. Bases loaded, 2 down. Giants lead 2-1. And a called strike with the backdoor cutter. Apparently it was Wade Miley. We couldn't see from where we are into the dugout, but one of the starters for the Brewers. Wade Miley, the guy kicked out of the game, along with Craig Counsell. 0-1. That one just a little farther away. Call the ball. Schoop has not had a hit in this series. He does have power. He has struck out both times today against Bumgarner. Yelich at third, Aguilar at second, Braun at first. And a curveball hangs up and away. The scouting report tells you, the numbers tell you, he does not want to walk. He wants to swing the bat.
And Bum has seen those reports. He observes the game pretty good. He has an idea what he's trying to do up there in all situations.
Schoop drills one down the line. It is gone. And the Brewers are going to have a party. A grand slam after all of that.
Umpires are telling these guys to get back off the field. They're overdoing it.
Well, it's hard to blame them after that whole sequence.
A breaking ball, little cutter that kind of came back to the middle of the plate. They're trying to throw a back door, and it came right back to the middle of the plate.
Wow.
And he put a swing on it. He does have power.
15 in a row retired until the walk with 2 outs. Then the base hit by Aguilar. Then Braun hit. That sparked the argument. The ejections. Bases were loaded for Jonathan Schoop. A buzz in the ballpark, and Schoop clears him off with a grand slam.
Oh, this all has happened with 2 outs, which is part of that can be frustrating for a lot of different scenarios and a lot of different people in the Giants. Bum's probably not happy about it. Just kind of how it's been going.
Well, a macho moment for Jonathan Schoop. I mean, that's the way you get at a guy who you're not happy with, your teammates not happy with. One of the ultimate big bad dudes in baseball, Madison Bumgarner, and in a stare down, Jonathan Schoop won. It was not a hanger. It wasn't a bad pitch.
Yeah, he just threw it into his swing path, I think. He just kind of put it in the loop there.
On the ground to first. Bumgarner will get there just ahead of Mike Moustakas. But a 4-run inning. And the Brewers are going to stand up and cheer their team. They take the lead. Kite will come back over and join Jeremy. Through 6, it's 5-2 Milwaukee.
During the Braves and Giants first game in San Francisco, you see pretty good two starters, Sean Newcomb and Rodriguez. One with double the starts, but Rodriguez looks like he's a little bit ahead of the curve in ERA and WHIP, but could be a really good game between these two starters tomorrow. It'll be a fun game to watch.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. It's 5-2. And the pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
New pitcher for Woodruff on the mound for the Brewers. 13 games, 4 starts, 34 innings pitched, 4 homers allowed.
So Burns pitched the 6th. Here it's Woodruff. And Belt takes high. On deck is Gorkis Hernandez. Belt with a swing and a miss. He's got him. Garcia is now at short. And Perez is at third. There's Gorkis Hernandez with a swing and a miss. Gorkis takes outside for a ball. All happened after 2 outs in the 6th inning with nobody on. Santana and Kane, but then Yelich walked, a single, a hit batter, and then a home run. Driven into left center field. On the move is Braun, and Braun can't get it, and it bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. And Alan Hansen is going to hit. So Hansen will hit for Bumgarner. Hansen started the game at short on Friday and went 2 for 3.
Probably going to go ahead and turn Hansen around here.
Yeah, so Hinsky comes, or make that Murphy comes out, and Woodruff is going to depart. We're going to leave too, and when we come back, we'll let you know who's coming in. It's 5-2 Milwaukee. Brewers here in the 7th inning, and there's your new pitcher, Xavier Cedeno. The Giants saw Cedeno yesterday, where he faced one hitter and he walked him.
His job is to face lefties pretty much. He actually has okay splits, lefties, righties, but I think they've been, based on the 37 games and 27 innings, they've been using him probably against mostly multiple lefties and some switch hitters.
So it will not be Hansen, it'll be Pence. So Pence is going to hit. The Giants still need some more base runners to get the tying run to the plate. Swing and a miss. No balls and one strike. 7th inning here at Miller Park. Darno on deck. Pence waiting patiently. It's hard for Hunter Pence to wait patiently.
Yeah.
Because he is in constant motion. Cedeno really slowing things down. Now he's ready. And the pitch. That's with a capper foul. It's 1-2. Ron Willis yelling out at instructions to Gorkis Hernandez. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Pence lines this one right at third. The throw to second to double up. Hernandez is late. But a nice at bat for Hunter Pence.
Yeah, you can't always, and Hunter's not going to probably be all that upset about that. One of the things that a lot of people don't necessarily always see or know is that when you hit a ball hard like that, the hitter isn't upset with how he approached that at bat or how he hit. Sometimes he might feel unlucky, but he's probably going back saying, hey, I squared that ball up. There's nothing else I can do.
Everything else just didn't fall into place. And a strike to Darno, and it's 0-1. Joe Panic to follow. We're in the 7th. Hit to right. It's Yelich. As the wind takes it, and Yelich is there, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up.
area is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
49ers postgame live is airing right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. Now, if you can't find NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider. Now it's time. Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. So these two went at it a little bit. Ended up, Braun got hit by. Braun wasn't going to do anything. Counsell got thrown out. Miley got thrown out. And then the leaky Jonathan Scope kind of ruined the party. Here's Black to take the mound. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Giants, Ray Black on the mound, the flamethrower, 100-mile-an-hour fastball coming at you. 5.09 ERA in 17 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts. Just 3 homers allowed. And those numbers, I think, are a little inflated due to a couple bad outings with limited innings pitched. But he's thrown, I think, overall, I felt like he's thrown pretty good.
Yes, he has. Hunter Pence in left field. Here's Perez. And Perez looks at a strike. Ryder Jones, left knee dislocation. That last pitch at 98. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's unfortunate.
Well, it's unfortunate for a lot of reasons. One, it means if you were going to try to improve during the offseason by playing winter ball, can't do it.
Not for a while. You can heal. I had that. That was what I did that to my right knee my last year. That was my other knee brace. It does heal, but you got to take some time off. And like you said, it's probably going to limit, if he can go, it's going to limit when he gets to go.
Yeah, there's a swing and a miss. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him. Just continued with 98 or better. And Perez strikes out, and here's Kratz. Kratz today is flied out and he's grounded out. And it's low. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straightaway to Kratz. And he swings and misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pena did the catching on Friday as Kratz takes inside. He also started the game yesterday, so today it's Kratz. Curtis Granderson's on deck. Big swing and a miss on a curveball. It's 2-2. Giants and Braves tomorrow night. Cubs and Brewers tomorrow night in Chicago. Cratch rolls this one to Panic. This is the dislocation. Ryder Jones. Look, it started out with his ankle twisting a little bit, and then
that kneecap
pulled it out.
was shoved. That patella protects that kneecap, and that patella goes, that kneecap shift. You saw when he was laying on the ground, he told Greshner, he's like, it's my kneecap.
Yeah.
You know, he felt it shift.
Here's Thames, Eric Thames, pinch hitting for the pitcher. And Thames takes one to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty good pitch.
Real good.
Swinging a foul. 49ers postgame live is airing right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider. Out of play, it's 2-2. And part of this potent attack, although he's not playing much anymore with all the different acquisitions the Brewers have picked up. Taps this one slowly to Belt. Belt to Black, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the 8th inning where Panic will lead things off. It's 5-2 Milwaukee. The dealer, everything was going fine. Then it got weird in the 6th when Jonathan Scope hit the grand slam. Blanco's got both RBIs in this game for the Giants, and once again, even though it doesn't mean one single thing, the Giants are out hitting the Brewers, just not out homering the Brewers with men on base. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Joaquin Soria, you saw him last night. You hit a 2-run homer off of him, but he was a big pickup for them at the deadline. Trying to bring in more closers or closer mentalities to pitch in the back end of the pen, as they're bolstering their bullpen for a playoff run here in Milwaukee.
Panik takes a strike. Joe started out the game with a hit. He's 1 for 3. Pitch, swinging a fly ball to left. Braun over. Braun's going to slide, and Braun's going to fail. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Panik trying to get on for Longoria. And it's high, 2 and 2. Soria deals. Panik takes high again, 3 and 2. Take a walk here. He will. On the ground to first. Aguilar, the big first baseman's got it. 1 out, and here's Longoria. Longoria is bounced into a double play. He signaled, and then he lined out to left field. Soria throws, and Longoria takes a strike right at the top of the strike zone.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the way Kratz just caught that ball, he caught it, threw it back like it was going to be a ball, and he called it a strike.
He did call it a strike. Foul back. He came back and dropped it a little bit, and it's now 0-2.
She's keeping score, right?
Yes.
She's not sleeping.
Nope. Safe to say that she's doing a better job of keeping score than with you and I. Outside, 1-2. Although you can't. When we first started out doing this, maybe an inning or 2.
Yeah, then I'd forget for 5.
Yeah, but now you got it.
Yeah, got some routine. I wouldn't say it's legible, but
remember, you're the only one that has to be able to read it.
Looks like shorthand scorekeeping right now.
That's right. Longoria takes low. Two and 2 with 1 out, and the Giants trail by 3. Longoria, a high foul down the right field line and out of play. The Caledonia Giants I guarantee you, this kid is a Brewers fan, but he's rocking the Giants because that's his team as Longoria strikes out.
He wasn't real happy about the strikeout. No.
He is a Giants guy, though. Here's Crawford. Crawford has been on base twice. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford with a foul back. Is it amazing what you can collect with just one kid?
Lots of stuff.
Strollers and car seats and bottles and
Rattlers, toys, chew toys.
Garcia throws it away. I'm going to give Crawford an infield hit. And then you do have to stop to get your batteries charged. All for that little rascal right there. We got to take a picture.
Yeah.
Here, hit.
Someone take a picture for me? Hey, ma'am. Can you take a picture?
Yeah, okay. I guess.
Just not going to enjoy it when I take it, all right?
Yeah.
Just know that.
Come on. Here's Slater. It's actually not a good thing when we're more excited about what's going on there than what's going on the field.
I just want to know if they all said cheese.
They wanted to take it right by that sign. Slater high and foul and out of play. Watch out for flying bats and balls. You're at a ballpark, right?
I should watch out for those things.
Slater behind in the count. And did he go around? No.
No begging. That's begging right there.
2. Slater tried to extend the inning. Get it to Hundley. In and out of the glove of Gratz. Will do it again. Here's Hundley. We are in the top of the 8th inning. Soria going after Slater, and it's in the dirt. It's 2-2. Soria taking his time. Slater waiting patiently. Crawford with his lead at first. He reached on an infield hit. The pitch. Fouled out of play. Pretty good little sneaky fastball from Soria, 94.
Still in there. Dropped down a little bit right there, it looked like, too.
Everybody ready the pitch. Swinging a line drive to right. Diving, and it gets by Yelich. That's going to allow Crawford to score. Slater's on the move. For whatever reason, Yelich can't pick it up, and Slater stops at third.
I mean, you could have sent him there, but I don't think he would have been safe. That's a pretty good arm. Scope's got, like, based on the double play I saw him turn earlier, I'm pretty sure he's got 90 plus in that cannon of his. I think he would have been out, but that was pretty close.
Well, we lose Yelich from where we're sitting, so we have no idea what's going on down in the bullpen. We just know that a ball is not coming out of there. So here was his effort. It was a great effort. A lot of times he makes that play. So Murphy's coming out, and it looks like they've made a call to the bullpen. So we got a new Brewers pitchers coming in, and we'll be back.
Gigantes, presented by Coors Light. Your special event package includes a Fiesta Gigantes Derek Rodriguez t-shirt and a ticket to see SF Giants Rockies game. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for tickets, and be sure to join us at the Yard pregame from 3 to 6 for an exciting afternoon of free music and festivities celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
That might have been your best read ever.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I had more time.
It's Corey Knebel who is coming in to face Hundley here in the 8th. So this, we were wondering what happened. What was it rolled all the way to the wall very slowly, and then it stopped. And that's why we didn't see it coming out for a while. So here's Hundley. And if you're Slater at third, you be heads up, because he could wing one to the backstop.
Yes, he can. Was the closer a little bit for Rockies, obviously 14, or for the Brewers, 14 to 17 saves this year for them. It's another closer mentality down there, back end of the Brewers bullpen.
A ball and a strike. And Hundley takes high. Hundley's 1 for 3. That's a pretty hard breaking ball right there, I gotta tell you. Two balls, 2 strikes. And Hundley goes around, and that'll end the inning. So Knebel comes in, he does his job, and it's 5-3 Milwaukee.
Not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Bottom of the 8th, 5-3 Brewers over Giants. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. Mark Melancon on the mound for the Giants in his 32nd game. 2.64 ERA, 30 innings pitched. And he's gotten a lot better after coming off the DL, and has helped these guys out quite a bit in the second half. Looking more like his normal self.
And he says he's feeling more like it too. So Melancon gets the top of the order. So here's Kane. And it's outside. 1 ball and no strikes, not by much. Kane is 1 for 3. He singled in the first, eventually scored. And that fastball's outside, 2-0. With Yelich on deck. Giants can ill afford to let the Brewers increase this lead. And it runs inside for a ball. Here's Yelich. Yelich with a 2-out walk in the 6th, and then things got weird after that. So Melanson has to keep an eye on Kane, who's got 26 steals. And a soft toss, and back is Kane. Melanson at the belt, and Yelich takes a strike at the knees, and that'll make it no balls and 1 strike. Swinging a foul off of Hundley. Yelich 2 for 7 lifetime against Mark Melanson. Kane with his lead, Belt holding him tight. And Yelich in the dirt, and now taking off is Kane, and Hundley's throw, and they did not get him.
Throw looked like it beat him there, but there must not have been a tag. Sure, they're going to be checking this one. I think the first time it looked like it got him, didn't it?
Yeah, they're not going to look at it though.
Well, must have been. Got in there. A lot of these infielders now are starting to hold the tag on the guy all the way through and never take it off in case they come off the bag like that.
Well, that's now the best way to teach it.
Yeah.
1-2. Base hit. So Yelich dumps one over the head of Belt. Here's the play at second. I think Crawford felt like he had him the first time, and then did not figure, well, why would I want to go back if I got him the first time? And then he saw that the umpire at second, Adam Hamari, was not going to call him out at all. Aguilar is 1 for 3. And he takes low. Kane at third, Yelich at first. There's a strike as he pours it right in on the hands of Aguilar. Yeah, that's where you got to pitch him.
Got to keep it tight on him. And that cutter coming in, I mean, he's not going to be able to put a good swing on that ball, I don't think, even if he tries to swing at it. It's a good pitch if you can execute it. You just don't want to miss over the middle with it.
Foul. He got in on his hands again. It's 1-2. Melanson looking into Hundley. And the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to Longoria. He'll check the runner and throw to first. With Kane's speed going around the horn, you would have had to have made sure that you're going to get the double play.
And he wanted to go there. He even kind of jumped on Longoria afterwards just to make sure he didn't try to go to second. You know, Kane did it right.
If he'd have gone to second, Kane would have tried to score. So here's Braun, who's still having a conversation with Hundley. And the hitter will be Scope. Scope hit the grand slam in the 6th inning. And the pitch is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Melanson taking another long look in. And it's inside. It's 2-0. So it's the grand slam that gave the Brewers the lead. And now Scope is in the driver's seat with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. And he taps this one to Crawford. Crawford to Panic. Panic to no. They had the double play, and Panic dropped it. They will get the out at second. And a run comes in. And Scope, who thought for sure he'd hit into a double play, reaches on a fielder's choice, and he gets an RBI.
Looked like Panic was trying to rush that throw, feeling like he had some speed that he had to work with, and he almost tried to throw it as he was turning it. He didn't make sure he had it in his hands. Sometimes these guys see they want to try to throw it real quick, and when he popped it out of his glove,
Yeah, plus, how does they figure that Joe actually had that ball?
thinking he hit his glove first, maybe on the exchange, but
It didn't look like at any point did he have a grasp of the baseball with his throwing hand. The run scores at 6-3. This is Arcia. And he takes a strike. Arcia shows bunt. Another look at how long Joe Panik had it. Yeah, I guess he did have it in his throwing hand.
It was hit on the exchange, yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike. Runner goes, bouncing ball. Because Panik was covering the bag, he throws him out. And that'll end the inning. 9th inning coming up. Hour-long pregame live at 6. We'll have the game for you at 7 right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Broxton is in right field. Yelich moves from right to left. Knebel, who came in to get the last out when he struck out Hundley, is back out there to face Brandon Belt. And Belt takes high. If you just joined us, something very odd happened with Ryder Jones at the plate in the 5th. He took a really hard swing and he dislocated his knee. Belt hits a high towering drive down the right field line. Foul.
Fleming and I were discussing this is similar to what Runzler did here in Milwaukee.
Yep.
About 6 years ago.
Yep.
You know, it's weird. It's weird how it happened in both spots where 2 guys have gone down with.
Is that what it was with Runzler?
Yeah, he did it like a sublux or something. It was like something even more dramatic than that. But
I think his Belt hits a high fly ball center field. Kane back. Kane near the wall, and he makes the catch. 1 out. I think there was one just really small difference between Runzler's and Ryder Jones, as Runzler had the take sign on.
That's a good point. He just blew outstanding there. It can happen.
Here's Gorkis Hernandez. He's doubled in the 7th. Here he takes a strike with Hunter Pence on deck. Out of play and a quick 0-2. Well, the one thing the Brewers don't have to do when they travel to Chicago is they don't have to get on a plane. It's only about, with no traffic, it's probably an hour and a half tops. A little less than that. Turkey strikes out swinging, 2 down. And here's Hunter Pence. Pence lined out to third as a pinch hitter in the 7th. And he goes after that first pitch, and a healthy swing and a miss. Oh, 2. Lined into center field, and it's at Kane, and that's the ball game. So the road trip ends on a sour note. The Giants do not win a game on the trip, and we watched a very good Milwaukee team not score a lot of runs, but they scored just enough to beat the Giants here this afternoon.
And it was with power. They did it with the home run ball. They did it with a walk, but I think they did it mostly with that home run ball. And what a frustrating road trip for the Giants. I'm sure those guys are not going to have that fun of a flight home, thinking about how that road trip just ended up.
All right, final score here in Milwaukee. It's the Brewers 6 and the Giants 3. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for Giants Post Game Live, presented by Toyota, which starts right now.